You're such an asshole.
Good morning. Time to contribute to GDP. Cappy, you don't contribute to charity. Yes, I do contribute to GDP every day. So do you, my fine good friends and family and all. Unless you're Democrats and you're just collecting government check. My life is that's the language they use. Dear Aaron Clary, I've followed you for over a decade and trust your opinion. I'm seeking advice on career options, moving abroad, and earning money online. Background, youngish man. I'll just say you're not in your 20s. Experience 8 years in corporate positions. Current role, big four with a handsome salary, about 90 grand a year. Living situation, moved back with parents to save money. Good man. Property, rented apartment with $750 profit after mortgage and expenses. Savings, $7,500 in cash, $30,000 in crypto and gold. Will not touch until really hard times. Yeah, it's an insurance policy. It's not an investment. It's an insurance policy. And curiously, you have the ability to go up north and work with a Canadian work visa. They have outlawed work in Canada, sir. You are not supposed to work there. Current situation, I've been put on a performance improvement plan, a PIP, at the Big Four, and expect to be let go when it expires August of this year. Okay, yes, you are getting fired. The performance improvement plan, that's a misnomer. They're building their case to get rid of you. And I'm going to do another video on this. I don't think it's you. I really don't think it's you. I don't know why corporations just don't say, yeah, the economy's bad. We got to lay a bunch of you off, or we're streamlining. We're cutting the trim. We're cutting the fat. And this is where I add to the pile of reasons to hate corpos, especially the big four. They are lying to you. Like when when a girl, I can't find a man, and no one tells us, well, it's because you're fat. You're not helping that person out, constructively criticizing them. You're lying to them about why you're being let go. And they're gonna make it seem like it's your fault and you didn't do it right. Blah, 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 blah. You put one too many grains of sand in my big four vagina, and I don't like the way you look. They're not gonna say that. And it could also be, yeah, economic. I actually think it's bad economic times. I think there is a recession coming. And by the way, I've done nowhere near the research I used to when I was younger. This is just a feeling I get based on what people have been saying. They have already decided that they're going to cut people. And now to save face and to prevent it so that they don't have to pay out lawsuit or unemployment, and not to mention they're supremely arrogant little pricks. You failed. So this is just a fake hurdle they're putting in front of you. That's the just this Minnesota nice passive aggressive cowardly hypocrite bullshit they do. By the way, it's not Minnesota. He doesn't live in Minnesota. I'm just saying that's what it is. They have had several rounds of layoffs the past year. Right. So just so you know accurately, this isn't your fault. I mean, unless you're like pissing on the mirrors in the bathroom, which I'm going to assume you're not doing. This is not your fault. The job market has been challenging. My applications and LinkedIn messages have little responses. I'm targeting business type of positions, data analyst roles in different sectors. Despite optimizing my resume and using key job specification words, I've had little success. I could share a copy. So how do I want to take this? Let's address the job search now. One, not your fault. Two, I'm suspecting it's because of bad economic times are here or coming our way. So there's that. Let's talk about your resume, the main thing. And this is your biggest problem. You have no skills. And I'm not slamming, I'm trying to describe. Now, here's the irony. You just to give everyone background and to explain to you. You have a STEM degree, which I won't mention, but it's a generalist STEM degree. It is not practical. And then I looked at your resume. Dude, holy shit. Talk about work speak or business ease. I have never seen so many flowery words to say you're a project manager. That's really what it is. You have a little bit of database experience, you have a little bit of data analysis experience, but by and large, you have no skills. I wouldn't even call you a data analyst. You've done a little bit of that, but like Scrum, a Scrum Master. I had to look that up. Everyone who uses the phrase Scrum Master, fuck you. You're a low-level analyst slash manager. You're just a low-level. I'm done with the and you could see it in your resume is euphemisms. It screams, I have no skills, so here's some flowery bullshit words to kind of hopefully get me in this small little niche where I might be able to take the barely existed skill set I have and carve out a mediocre paying job. You're going to spend, it's my concern, my estimation, you're going to spend more time trying to find some piece of shit job where you're going to have the same problems you do now, because you're not mission critical. And you're going to be like me when I was your age. This marginally useful degree. Well, even then I had serious analytical work underneath me, underwriting work. You're just going to be begging in the streets, and above all places in corporate America. You're going to be the big four. Fuck off. I know you don't like it, but you getting fired from the big four is a blessing. Nobody with the slightest bit of self-respect or a life. And I do mean that. If you have no life and it's I want to be accounting in big four, fine. There's Wall Street, there's the big four, there's whatever. Just have fun. Uh if you don't want a life, go ahead. But dude, you need to get the fuck out. And then you have questions about working overseas and all that. So I think you have changed your mind about you don't want the corporate office, you want a life. But you're in hell because you just don't have the skills. And as far as my logic takes me, because of your undergrad degree and because of the handful of skills you have developed, you should either go full data analyst, or since you're working for the big four, accounting. And I'm not just saying that because I have a course out on accounting careers. I'm saying it because everyone keeps asking about accounting. Accounting really does seem to be the silver bullet. And it also addresses the two main concerns of remote employment and getting the fuck out from underneath whatever country you might happen to be in. It's a global market. It can be done online. And I'm going to, again, leave that up to you. You seem to have the well, you do. You have the raw intelligence and abilities to become full data analyst, but here's the thing. I think not only where we're going to be in a recession, I think it's going to particularly hit IT, programming, data analysts, data analytics, and it already has, especially with .com, Silicon Valley, big tech version 2.0. That's kind of already here. But you right now with your generalist skills, you're not going to your life is going to be miserable. You need to sit down. If a recession is coming, you're living at home. It's a great time to go ahead, sit down, buckle down, get some more skills. You have an undergrad, you could go and take the required necessary coursework at master levels courses to sit for the CPA if you'd like, but you have no accounting experience. But then again, if you want to look at all that's not necessary. You have the ability to do accounting. You can be self-taught. Again, the world's greatest accounting career. It's linked below. What I'm saying is you gotta figure out where you're going to get some skills. And none of this, I'm a nerd in high school and I really like physics. You didn't major in physics, by the way. That physics doesn't get you, they don't open up a physics factory. So generally speaking, because of where you are, either full board data analysis, database and expert, starting maybe get in the realm of programming, you got to figure that out. You got to figure out if that market is for you, or accounting. Obviously, there might be some other fields. I just don't know what they are that are going to hit all three hoops where, okay, I can learn it. I can work remote. I can get out of the country. if I need to. I mean, it could be, oh, I always really want to be a mechanic. All right, fine, go become a tradesman. But yes, you are going to have to get some kind of skill that either allows you to be self-employed or is so sought after and you're so good at it that you're not dealing with Karen and HR of the big four, like, performance improvement plan. Yeah, you know what? We didn't like your socks. I wish I was being joking, and you're there. You're the one working there. I wish I was joking. I don't give a shit how fancy, whether it's Goldman Sachs or the Big Four or Disney or Procter and Gamble. All these large corporations are headed up by truly average, if not outright inferior or impaired people. And it is still petty little bullshit. It is. You go watch Economic Ethan. He did a video on a guy who was working at Deloitte and Touche, I think it was, and the petty middle school girl games that poor man had to deal with. Fuck that shit. You need skills that you never have to deal with that shit again. Like, you're the IT guy. Becky didn't like the fact you weren't wearing socks. Do you want your whole computer system to shut the fuck down right now? Well, tell Becky to fuck off, and maybe you fire her and tell her to shut the fuck up. I can throw the switch. I swear to Christ, I will throw the fucking switch, and I will find a job this afternoon. But that's a very high level. But that's what you should be aiming for, like, in the next 10 years, so you never have to deal with this fucking bullshit ever again. You shouldn't have to deal with it. So, whatever that is, yes, you need to get skills because your resume reads like a business management textbook or a LinkedIn bragging piece. All right. You're targeting different data analyst roles in various industries. I would keep doing that. You might get lucky. You might find a job and you don't have to worry about it. Could be the world's greatest job ever. But it's just like asking out a girl. Yeah, it could be the greatest, that could be your soulmate, the girl you're talking to. Probably isn't. Probably not. If I was a gambling man, I'm going to bet single mom with a curable STD. That's where my money's going. But it could be your future wife and it'll be happy till death do you part. It could be, but I'm going to guess it's just going to be another shit employer with a shit job. But yeah, if you can make them, obviously. But here's another, I'm just going to tell you again. Welcome to the 80-hour work week club, buddy. Oh, but then I got to work and then I got to get skills. Yeah. Yes, you do. So even if you got a job, right? So still work for the Big Four until they fire you. I would not bust my ass off trying to meet the payment and performance improvement plan goals. I mean, meet the goals, but don't bust your ass off. I have a feeling they're just going to fire you anyway. Start looking for another job. So you got 3 jobs to do. 1, start looking for another job. 2, keep your current job. And 3, start evaluating and start making plans to get skills in another profession or a current one or whatever skills you need to do. You got a lot of work ahead of you. And it is going to be 80-hour work weeks. Now, it's good you're living at home. That's fine. That's great. And this is just to let you kids know, there's no going around this. You do it right. Do it right the first time and do it well. Choose the right degree, choose the right profession, put in your 80 hours when you're 18 to 22 and be done with it. And never be put in this position again. And I'm not picking on the guy. Nearly everyone is in this position. I was in it for decades. But yeah, just get skills where you can either be self-employed or your skills are so valuable, the employer needs you more than you need him. Life is too short for the Kuwanta ha-has and Big Four. It's just too short to deal with those ass wipes. All right. Goals, considering next step. Continue job search here, focused on contract day rate positions. Yes. Relocate abroad. I have a Canadian work visa, but find Canada less appealing due to high living costs, limited job opportunities, and homelessness. Well, Canada, look, don't write off Canada entirely. Look, if you could find work in Canada and it pays enough, they pay you a quarter million Canadian, which is like, 125 US. Uh, and you're not stuck in, shit street central of Vancouver. It might be possible. So I would not. And then you mentioned some other countries saying I could apply here, but I don't have a work visa for those. It's not going to hurt you to apply. I mean, go ahead. And here's the thing. You're still not you still don't have on you don't have FU skills. You don't have remote employment and self-employment. You don't have a family or kids. You're still relatively young. Well, I don't like the fact there's crime. Like right now, if someone says Cappy will pay you $500,000 after tax for 1 year work in New York City, I'd do it. I'd be like, okay, give me the 500,000 now. It's non-refundable, but I'll do it for a year, even though I probably would hate everybody there and not enjoy it. You don't have the luxury. Oh, I don't like the homeless. I don't like, dude. If they pay you enough and they're going to teach you skills, take the freaking job. I got a client who works in Dubai, and I won't say where, but that's not his home country. And the guy just grounded out. And we've been client for about 5 years now. And he was now he's up here. And now he put in his time, 80, 100-hour work weeks, and now he's got the money. And well, what do I do now? Like, buddy, that's it's up to you. You made it. Now, I don't know what flavor ice cream you want, whichever one you want, buddy. I can't tell you how to have fun. I can tell you how to get out of shit, but I can't tell you how to have fun. I'd recommend fossil hunting and hiking, but apparently not everybody likes that. I see 80-hour work weeks, no matter where you go. Just make sure you're paid handsomely for it. So if you could get a job in any one of these countries, do it. That pays enough. Question: which countries would you recommend for relocation given my background and situation? Anyone that will take you and pay you handsomely. Anyone. How should I approach finding work in countries like these listed here? You apply. Really, dude? Really, you need me to tell you how do I apply for jobs in Dubai? You search for jobs, you find out what the work visa requirements are, and you fill out the paperwork. I would be reluctant to apply for jobs where you don't have a work visa. I'd stick with where you can. Your needs for employment are more immediate. So I would start home country, then maybe Canada. Be very choosy. And then if you got some extra time, sure, go look up the jobs boards in Dubai. Go look up the jobs boards in Australia. Go look up the jobs boards in Malaysia, wherever you want to work. But then I'd also go and research, okay, what's it required to go work in Malaysia? Oh, how much time is that going to take? I wouldn't even worry about where you can work. It's going to be 8 hours, 12 hours work a day. You're not getting, it doesn't matter where you are. At the end of the day, did you get enough money to make yourself free? Did you tangibly get closer to having FU money and being able to retire? Can you suggest any online income opportunities that would allow me to live in a low-cost country? Yes, accounting. One of the main theses of the world's greatest accounting course available on Teachable. You can search it. It's linked below. That's again, not just because I have a course. We created the course because accounting is seemingly the silver bullet to all this. You could self-educate. You don't need certifications. Globally, people hate doing it, especially Americans. It's boring. My teacher said I'm going to save the world if I just vote for more of other people's money hard enough. You could do it remote. There's a shortage. People are desperate. You don't need to work for the big four. The irony, here's what would be funny for you. The irony is you have big four experience. It just ain't in accounting. So if you went and just got like certified in QuickBooks and learned about the accounting cycle and all this other stuff, all it's in the course if you're interested. And you started doing some basic accounting, you just have to put the big four company you're working for on your resume. Oh, Deloitte and Touche. Well, he doesn't work at Deloitte and Touche. You can guess one of the other three. The toilet and douche. That's what they are. That actually would kind of help you. But it's up to you. You can do data analysis, but I don't know if usually data analytics or IT. The problem with IT, you really got to work for companies for about 10 years. Whereas not everyone needs an IT guy. Everyone needs an accountant, at least someone to do their taxes. And whether you're living in Canada or Dubai or Mexico, it doesn't matter. It's all done online now. That's the one I'd recommend. And if anyone's got another idea for online careers that can be done, that can be learned cheaply, quickly, efficiently, aren't you don't need an IQ of 135 to do it, let me know. Because all you do is say join the military, become an accountant. Like, yeah, it's because that's about it. Those are the options open to you people. There's not much for you. What, there's going to be a training program? There's going to be some, Henry Ford type that's like paying you a fair day's wage for a fair day of labor. It's not happening. And then live in a low-cost country. Yeah, once you got that skill and it's online, and you know what? Maybe with your current skill set, you find some independent contract work online. Maybe you find a niche. Maybe you get it where, oh yeah, oh wow, is the NASDAQ down 3%? Ooh, I can't wait for a collapse and a recession. Maybe you find some skills, you can do remote work. Maybe you build it up with your current skill set. I doubt it, but you know your business better than I do. And then you don't have to go, or you can lackadaisically pursue a career in accounting or up your database data analytics skill set. And then you could move to whatever, the Philippines or Thailand or wherever it is that it's cheap. But you got multiple requirements. You have to survive, so you need a job. Start applying. You need a job now, so don't quit your current job. And you need to skill up, which means in a field that's going to allow you to reach those objectives of going overseas and all that. So you have to not only skill up, you have to do the research to figure out what it is you want to do to learn the skills that's going to allow you to skill up and get the fuck out from under the thumb of corpos. Not my job. The only thing I did, data analytics, accounting. That's all I know. And if anyone knows another idea down below, and a lot of you will recommend trades. I understand that, but trades make you you have to be there. This guy, because he wants to go to a low cost country, he wants to get out. So I don't know everything. Got that there. All right. Link below is a link to that course, The World's Greatest Accounting Career, if you're interested. For those of you who are interested. We got one super chat. Hazelrod, $2. If you haven't been to Havasupai yet, you should. Yeah. Me and the Grand Canyon have a hate relationship. Every time I've gone to the Grand Canyon, it's like tornadoes. It's afraid of me. They never show up when I'm around. And the Grand Canyon has refused to allow me to hike it. One time it was all ice on the southern rim. The other time it was legit fogged over. You couldn't see more than 5 feet in front of your face. The irony. And the problem with the Grand Canyon, it's not a short little ride. It is 4 hours, whether you want to go to the North Rim or the South Rim from the Southern Command, from Vegas. And I don't care anymore. I've seen it. I've been there 3 times. Saw it once, was driving through, had to get out, and then tried to hike it once, iced over, tried to hike it again, fogged over. I'm like, that's it. Fuck you. Fuck you, Grand Canyon. I'm going to Zion National Park and Canyonlands where they treat me better. The Grand Canyon National Park was I was in an abusive relationship with the Grand Canyon National Park. It abused me. I'm an alpha widow of the Grand Canyon National Park. All right, there you go. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.